What I ate when I was 230 pounds, oh Lord, we are going way back, and I'm talking about, let's start 10 years ago back. So let's get started. So I pretty much had my first official job at 15. I was a server, and I mean official. Before that, I used to work in the kitchen at a convenience store, and if you're Middle Eastern, you worked in a Middle Eastern store, correct? In like convenience, in the kitchen, whatever. So I was like a server, and then I worked at like a burger joint, and just pretty much I've always had my money. And when you work in a restaurant industry, there's always free food that's been given out, and bringing home, whether it's like I don't know, like a combo and let's say like a dessert from like a burger joint and whatnot, or some fish or some brownies or whatever leftover things that you need to throw away. You can bring home. It's free. Hey, if it's free, it's for free. And just thinking about it now, I used to have a coworker that told me if I continue to eat the way I eat now, I'm going to be fat. I was the skinny one and the youngest in my family. I have an older brother and an older sister, and they were always, the bigger people, no pun intended, and I was always the smaller person, the skinnier person. But, that all took a change and all took a toll, because I continued to basically, eat and eat and eat and eat. And as that coworker said, I'm gonna be fat. And that coworker pretty much knew what he was talking about because he kind of like had a little bit of a personal trainer, intelligence, in a sense. So throughout high school, I wasn't really a breakfast person because really you would have to be in class by 7:15, and I would just wait until it was lunchtime, which is pretty much was like a pizza, some corn, and some salad, and I wouldn't wait until after like school to eat. And literally, it would always be like hit up a fast food place and then go to like a Dairy Queen or just get some type of sweet to fulfill like my sweet tooth because I have a sweet tooth. And usually, so I would go to like a Subway, and then I would get like a foot long, and then I would get some cookies, and afterwards, if I wasn't really satisfied like sweet wise, I would go to like a Dairy Queen and get like a large midnight truffle and eat that. And this was throughout Monday through Friday, so that was like 5 days a week I would do this. Also, in school, they would always serve snacks. If they were doing like a fundraiser for like a sports team or anything, they would like serve or sell like some chips or some candy and whatnot. And baby, I've always eaten that. I always eat the candy. So I would always like buy like 2 to 3 things of snacks and whatnot, and I would do that. Plus, whatever I had at home, whatever like my people made for me at home, whether it's like lasagna or maybe some pasta or some shepherd's pie, which is really good. I would eat that, and then it was always some cookies in the house and some Oreos and some milk. So I would get like an 8 ounce glass of cup and do 2 to 3 times of that, and I would eat that. And this was usually during nighttime after school when I went to Subway or McDonald's and got like 3 spicy chicken crisps and a large sweet tea, and then went to Dairy Queen, and then or went to CC's, which is like a pizza buffet, and which is like really cheap for $5, and then go home, eat whatever it was that I ate, and then I would go to sleep. So after all span of time, I would considerably do that, and to the point where to like my senior year, I was at 185, and throughout like my first 4 years throughout school, it wasn't until like my senior year where like my weight was shown, because at that moment I was like, you know what? I don't care. Like it is whatever. I let everything loose. Everything else, like my boobs was showing, everything was showing, and my gut was showing. So at most, I was at 185 pounds. Throughout college, I gained, 25 more pounds. And with college time, you have more free time. So, like, in between classes, like, I would go one time, I would go to, like, a Chick-fil-A, and I would eat, like, three, like, burgers from Chick-fil-A. Or I would go to, like, a Burger King and buy me a meal and get, like, a Hershey's pie, and then, head to class. And I would kind of, like, repeat that cycle, 5 days Monday through Friday, 4 days, or, like, after school, pretty much I would also go to work, and whatever it's pretty much at work, I would take home and eat. Or let's say I would maybe possibly like even again like hit up a place, a fast food place like McDonald's. I would get like 3 spicy chicken crisps. I would get like a large chocolate frappe, and I would get like a wrap. So I would get all of these calories, and then after that, I would go home. And at home, if you're Middle Eastern, there's always food. There's always food. It's a blessing. Thank you, Jesus. It was always food made, and I would eat that combined with some cookies and milk, and I would eat that throughout the night and pretty much watch like my favorite shows. It got to the point where I wasn't even hungry and I ate. I was just basically like a compulsive eater. And it got to the point where, if I would like watch YouTube, whether it was like The Real Daytime, Wendy Williams, whether it was like The Breakfast Club, or like my favorite YouTubers, vloggers, I would pretty much eat just to satisfy my boredom and to satisfy just having fun. And it was kind of like having like a hobby, like eating while I'm not even hungry, watching these shows. And I felt like in order for me to enjoy watching what I'm watching, although like I really like these people, I would want to eat. And pretty much I was binge eating. Like I wasn't even hungry and I was just eating to, settle my boredom. Where it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and I would be eating whatever, at home, and combine that with whatever I ate throughout the day throughout my college time. I would, eat coleslaw, macaroni salad, um, potato salad combined with, let's say, a chicken or a pizza or a pizza. And this would be like 2, 3 in the morning. And then after that, I would get like my favorite, my milk and cookies, eat that with a spoon while I'm watching like Charmed, or while I'm watching like Wendy Williams, or while I'm watching The Real, or while I'm catching up on whatever current events is going on in the news. And I would continue that to my cycle of eating every single day. Guys, it got to the point where I was fat. And usually the saying goes, a picture says more than 1,000 words. And when I saw myself in pictures, I was like, really? Like, I've gained like so much weight, and to the point where I had even people telling me I've gained, so much weight. And it's not until you see pictures, and it's not until you hear the things that you hear about what people are telling you about your weight gain, that you really want a change. So that's pretty much, what I've did. And so in conclusion, if you want tips on what I've done in order to lose the weight that I've lost, the 80 pounds that I've lost, leave it in the comments below. Also, if you're new, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and you click that bell button for notifications. And tell me also, question of the day, what are you doing to lose weight? What are you doing to get fit? Because me, I still have a long way to go. I want to learn. It's always an improvement for me. And let me know in the comments below what you're doing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please share this also.